Ever pondered what coincidences truly are? Are they random happenstances or a complex web of fate woven by the universe? Coincidences, these intriguing phenomena, often leave us in awe, questioning the very fabric of reality. They're like the universe's way of playing chess, moving pieces around in ways we can't comprehend. They exist in our everyday lives, some subtle, others strikingly obvious. But what if I told you that some coincidences are worth millions? In this video, we delve into some of the most astonishing million-dollar coincidences that have transpired throughout history. Our first million-dollar coincidence takes us back to the annals of American history, tracing the uncanny parallels between two esteemed presidents, Lincoln and Kennedy. Let's dive into this intriguing narrative. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. Exactly 100 years later, in 1946, John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress. The parallels don't stop there. Lincoln became president in 1860, and Kennedy, you guessed it, ascended to the presidency exactly a century later in 1960. Now let's talk about their unfortunate ends. Both were assassinated on a Friday, and both were shot in the head. But the eerie similarities don't end there. After their assassinations, both presidents were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808, while Lyndon Johnson, Kennedy's successor, was born in 1908. As if that wasn't enough, their personal lives also shared uncanny resemblances. Both presidents were married while in office, and both lost a child during their presidency. And here's another fascinating fact. Lincoln's secretary, whose name was Kennedy, warned him not to go to the theater where he was eventually assassinated. On the other hand, Kennedy's secretary, named Lincoln, warned him not to go to Dallas where he met his untimely demise. Furthermore, John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839, while Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, was born in 1939. Booth ran from the theater and was caught in a warehouse, while Oswald ran from a warehouse and was caught in a theater. The extraordinary parallels between the lives and deaths of these two presidents are almost too uncanny to be merely coincidental, yet the facts are there, as clear as day. Coincidences or a mysterious cosmic pattern? You decide. Mark Twain, an iconic author, and Halley's Comet, a blazing spectacle of the universe. What could possibly connect the two? Now, this might be surprising, but the life of Mark Twain, born as Samuel Clemens, is curiously intertwined with the passing of Halley's Comet, one of the most well-known comets in our solar system. This comet, named after Edmund Halley, who calculated its orbit, makes an appearance every 76 years, providing a spectacular celestial display that has been documented for centuries. And here's where it gets interesting. Mark Twain was born on November 30th, 1835, just 2 weeks after the perihelion of Halley's Comet. Now, the perihelion is the point in the orbit of a planet, asteroid, or comet at which it is closest to the sun. So essentially, Twain entered the world as this celestial marvel blazed across the sky. But the story doesn't end there. Twain himself seemed to understand the cosmic connection he shared with Halley's Comet. In the early 20th century, he was quoted saying, "I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it." And eerily enough, Twain's prediction came true. He passed away on April 21st, 1910, just one day after the comet's closest approach to Earth. We can't help but marvel at the uncanny timing of these events. Was it mere coincidence, or was there a deeper cosmic significance? It's hard to say, but one thing's for sure, it adds a layer of intrigue to the life of Mark Twain, already filled with wit, wisdom, and literary brilliance. And it's not just about the coincidence, it's about the fascinating intersection of science, literature, and mystery. It's about a comet, seen by generations of people across the globe, and a man whose words have touched the hearts of millions. A cosmic coincidence that leaves us wondering about the mysteries of life and the universe. A luxury ship deemed unsinkable meets a tragic end. But what if this catastrophe was foretold 14 years prior? This is not the beginning of a fanciful tale, but rather an eerie coincidence that connects the ill-fated Titanic to the pages of a novel, written well before the ship ever touched water. In the year of 1898, author Morgan Robertson penned a novel titled Futility. This work of fiction told the story of an unsinkable ship named the Titan, which, much like our real-life Titanic, met its tragic end on its maiden voyage. The similarities, you'll find, are uncannily precise. The fictional Titan, much like the Titanic, was lauded as the largest ship of its time. Both vessels were described as unsinkable, a term that would later become a haunting misnomer. The Titan, much like the Titanic, hit an iceberg in the North Atlantic. The time of year, identical. The month of April bore witness to both these tragedies. Now here's where the coincidence deepens. The Titan in the novel was deficient in lifeboats. The reason? Overconfidence in the ship's design and the belief that it was indeed unsinkable. This mirrors the Titanic's real-life scenario, where an insufficient number of lifeboats led to a higher death toll. The death toll in both cases? Around 1,500 lives lost to the icy depths. The iceberg, the lifeboats, the death toll, it's as if the Titanic was following a script written over a decade prior. And yet, these are but words on a page and a ship in the sea. The author, Morgan Robertson, dismissed the similarities as mere coincidence, but this uncanny prediction has since sparked countless debates, and the novel has found new life as a chilling premonition of the Titanic disaster, a chilling coincidence that continues to baffle us to this day. The Titanic and the Titan, two ships sailing in different times, yet bound by the same fate. A $1 million coincidence? Perhaps. But one thing's for sure, it's a tale that continues to captivate us, over a century later. Our final coincidence takes us to the land of pyramids and pharaohs. Is the curse of the pharaoh mere superstition or a $1 million coincidence? Let's journey back to the Roaring '20s. The world watched with bated breath as the final seal of the young pharaoh Tutankhamun's tomb was broken. This was a monumental discovery, one that held the promise of unlocking secrets from a civilization that existed over 3,000 years ago. But what followed this groundbreaking event was a series of unexpected and mysterious deaths. The financier of the expedition, Lord Carnarvon, met his end just a few weeks after the tomb's opening. The cause? A mosquito bite that turned septic. Coincidence? Perhaps. But the tale doesn't end here. Over the next few years, a dozen more individuals associated with the excavation also passed away under strange circumstances. From the X-ray specialist who inspected the mummy to the secretary who was present at the tomb's opening, each demise was untimely and inexplicable. Some succumbed to illnesses, others to accidents. These occurrences were uncanny enough to fuel speculations of a curse. The curse of the pharaoh, they called it. This supposed curse was believed to be the pharaoh's revenge on those who dared to disturb his eternal slumber. The ancient Egyptians were known for their belief in the afterlife and had elaborate rituals to ensure the safe journey of the deceased to the next world. So, it was reasoned, wouldn't they have measures in place to protect their tombs from intruders? Skeptics, however, argue that these deaths were mere coincidences, amplified by the media of the time. Yet even they cannot deny the eerie pattern of events that followed the opening of Tutankhamun's tomb. So was it a curse, or a series of unfortunate coincidences? The truth, as it often is, remains shrouded in mystery. What we know for sure is that these events captured the world's imagination, and continue to do so. They serve as a chilling reminder of the enigma that is our past and the secrets it still holds. A haunting coincidence that keeps the mystery of the ancient world alive. As we venture through these $1 million coincidences, it's hard not to question the nature of our existence. We've journeyed through the uncanny Lincoln-Kennedy connection, where two of America's most renowned presidents shared eerily similar life paths and tragic ends. We've delved into the celestial coincidence of Mark Twain, born and died in alignment with Halley's Comet, a spectacle that only graces our skies every 76 years. We've navigated the chilling predictions of the Titanic, a maritime disaster foretold in fiction 14 years before it ever set sail. And we've dared to explore the ancient curse of the pharaoh, a tale of death and mystery that continues to baffle scientists and historians to this day. These stories, each a $1 million coincidence, challenge our understanding of the world and the seemingly random events that shape our lives. These tales aren't mere fabrications or mere chance. They're the threads that weave the rich tapestry of our existence, the unexpected intersections of time and space that leave us in awe of the universe's complex design. They remind us of the mystery and intrigue that lie just beneath the surface of our everyday lives. So, let's continue to explore, to question, and to marvel at these $1 million coincidences. Share your thoughts, your own experiences, your own coincidences that have left you questioning the nature of this intricate universe we inhabit. Remember, the universe works in mysterious ways, and sometimes these ways manifest as $1 million coincidences.